Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Hansel here, and welcome to another Fire Mage PvP video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing some live duels and commentating over them, and just letting you guys know on my thought process and how I counter each spec and class. I'm not going to be going over every single class today, though, but I'll try my best to inform you guys and teach you guys the ways of a Fire Mage. So I've done this before. This is going to be my second live duel commentary. The last one was very successful in my opinion, so decided to do it again. So here we go. First up is a shaman. Okay. Oh, it's a warrior. Never mind. Let's see his gear. Okay, he's geared. Warriors are pretty good right now. I'm going to go with ice barrier so I can try to just keep up the absorb at all times. Temporal shield's very good as well, but I'm just going to block his burst anyways, so... Let's start off with Infernal Blast into a Dragon's Breath. Infernal Blast to get a heating up proc, of course, so I can get my Pyro ASAP. Out of the sheep, I Infernal Blast again to get my Pyro. I use my combo here. Oh, he actually reflected my Frost Shell. What a pro. Into a Fear. So I'm going to have to alter time back to my original position here. I'm going to Nova deep. Get a couple Pyros going. He trinkets it, so I'm going to Pyro and combust on his Recklessness into a Dragon's Breath. Okay, since he's Blood Storming, I'm going to try to block that into a cold snap to top myself off and refresh my Nova cooldown. He's gonna shatter me here, so I'm gonna Nova him, get the reflect with Ice Dance so I don't take damage, and Pyroblast. Since he was frozen, my Pyroblast has crit, so I'm gonna Infernal Blast again for my Pyro, and there you go. Down he goes. So that wasn't too hard. You just gotta make sure to save your Ice Block for their cooldowns, which is Recklessness, their DPS Trinket, and Bloodbath if they're using it. And also keep in mind about their War Banner. Like all those things, most warriors have them all macroed in one button, so just be careful and wary of that. Also, try to keep your Dragon's Breath on cooldown before he pops cooldowns. That way, if once you block and he shatters it, you can instantly Dragon's Breath his cooldowns and kite. Alright, let's see who's next. Alright, a lot of you guys have been wanting me to fight an Enhancement Shaman, so we'll try it here. For Enhancement Shamans, it's best to go Temporal Shield because they will just spam Purge you, meaning your Ice Barrier will be useless. In another way, it's kind of useful if you have a Pyro proc. You can use your Ice Barrier to cover the Hot Streak proc, which is another great way to make use of your abilities, but I prefer Temporal Shield for this. That way when he Ascendances, I can instantly temp it. Okay, so since he's purging me, I'm gonna Dragon's Breath him. See, what did I tell you? He's already purging. Kill the Searing Totem and get a proc from it with my Infernal Blast. I'm gonna resheep him into a Frost Jaw. And as I Frost Jaw, I'm gonna Living Bomb into a Scorch, Deep Pyro for another Pyro. I Blanket Sounds into the Deep so it can't Shaman Rage it. Do my combo. And now my Dragon's Breath is backed up, so I'm gonna Dragon's Breath him. I can tell his burst is coming soon. I'm just gonna temp right here because I'm actually starting to get pretty low. He's gonna damage me into it. I'm gonna actually block his Ascendance instead. He grounds my Pyro, pops his Wolves, alter time the Root, Frostjaw, trinket my Hex, Nova to shatter my Pyro, and down he goes. Okay. So as you can see there, because I controlled him most of the game, he didn't really have a chance to Ascendance. That's what you really have to do versus Enhanced Shamans, is you actually have to just keep up the pressure most of the time because that won't give the Shaman any uptime to pop his cooldowns or abilities. So yeah, right here I'm not actually fighting the best players, obviously. Most of the best arena players are never out here anyways to duel. They're just busy arenaing, so don't try to expect like the best duels right now. Just trying to duel some mediocre players and try to give you guys a good idea on what I do versus each classes. Alright, next up looks like to be a Frost Mage. I'm going to ask for 30 seconds so I can get my palm and alter time up. Sorry if my keyboard is kind of loud. I know it's loud because my mic stand actually broke, so it's right beside my keyboard, so I know it could be kind of annoying, but alright, so versus Mage, you want to use Temporal Shield because Ice Barrier, they just spell steal it, just like a Shaman. And I like to actually use Ice Block Lift for versus Mages because once you block and come out of it, you're immune to all spells for 3 seconds, which gives you a chance to like cast a Frost Jaw and shatter him or like whatever. There's plenty of things you can do with that glyph. It definitely gives you a upper hand in duels. I've seen a lot of Mages use it lately, so I mean... Oh, was that his Nova? Okay. So I start with the Dragon's Breath into a Sheep. He actually trinkets into the full sheep, so this guy is not very good. I get my proc off the pet once again, so I don't want to break the sheep. I'm gonna Palm Frost Shell Alter Time deep, blink it into the deep so he can't blink it, and so he can't blink. Sorry. Otherwise, if he blinks my deep, I'll lose all my damage. He blanketed me, so with my Alter Time to Palm, I'm gonna Palm Sheep his Shatter, get another proc off his pet. Keep in mind, try to keep Inferno Blasting and dotting the pet so you can get procs off it without breaking the mage's CC. Oh, I think he's immune. I don't know why I shoot him there. Since he has no CS, I'm gonna free cast a Frost Jaw. He deeped me, I'm gonna blink it, free cast a Frost Jaw. Scorched Pyro deep, blanket into it. Once again, he can't blink it, and he has no block, so this time he's kind of fucked. Yeah, he didn't really have anything. Yeah, that guy was not very great. Keep in mind when you're fighting other mages, whenever you have free globals, like for example when your Inferno Blast is on cooldown and you're waiting to get a hot streak proc, and the target's already dotted and you have barriers up already, try to spell steal their buffs, because there's a big chance that you can steal a Frostfire Bolt proc, which is a Brain Freeze proc, which gives you a guaranteed crit. Also stealing ice barriers and stuff like that will help you stay on the defensive side. So spell steal is both an offensive and defensive spell that you should be using at all times. But that being said, you don't want to use it when you're trying to get a hot streak. You know, take priority. Spell steal is your last priority, unless you're trying to spell steal something really important, like versus another fire mage when they have a hot streak proc, and that's like all their damage. So, alright, next up, looks like I'm fighting an Ellie Shaman. Okay, so once again, it's a caster, so I'm gonna use an ice block whiff again. Make sure to have mage armor up versus casters, so the magic duration of magic effects on you is reduced. Helps a lot. Get my Incanter's Ward up. I'm gonna breath him into another sheep. When you start seeing the Lava Burst procs coming up on him, that's when you want to Temp Shield, because that means he's gonna instant Lava Burst you. Palm Alter Time deep blanket so he doesn't Shaman Rage once again into a Combuston. I got Hex, so I'm gonna Alter Time it though, back to my original position. Temporal Shield that Lava Burst. Big damage on him. Multiple Pyros into Combuston, into a Breath. And I'm gonna know him so I can get a Shatter. Oh, he actually grounds my Pyro, nice. He would have died there otherwise. Now I have no damage. I'm waiting for my Inferno Blast to come back up. I'm gonna juke Sheer right now. Okay, there's Sheer. I don't have Temporal Shield. I'm gonna lock him so he can't Shamanistic Rage when I deep him. Frostjaw deep since my Nova is on cooldown, and he already sheared my cast earlier. So as you saw there, I knew I was gonna have to use Frostjaw later on in the match, so I decided to cast a Poly and juke with it. And even if I did get interrupted, it wouldn't be a big deal, because Frost is on a different magic school. So yeah, try to always think ahead. Like, the key to winning duels is to try to be ahead of your enemy, one step ahead of them, and that will definitely give you the upper hand. And also try to predict what your enemy's gonna do. Like there, for instance, he hexed me without actually seeing I had Alter Time, so he didn't really pay attention to that. And then when I Alter Time back, he was casting a Lava Burst, so I Temporal Shielded it, which means it healed back the damage it did. So, alright, since that other mage was really bad, let's go ahead and duel a different mage. Hopefully he's a little better, we'll see. Sometimes I actually do use my engineering stuff, like my rocket nitro boost and like my cobalt grenades, only when I really need it or if I really want to win a duel. So don't judge if you see me use that kind of shit. I'm an engineer, so you gotta take advantage of that kind of stuff. Alright, so before the duel starts, Incanter's Ward yourself. Inferno Blast once again to start. Oh, he Palm Poly me. I'm gonna Trinket it and blanket him so he doesn't blanket me, because otherwise he would have blanketed me and reshoot me. Oh, there you go. I'm blocking that Shatter because that's all his damage. I come out. I'm going to do my Palm Alter Time Frostjaw deep combo on him. I don't have a blanket sound, so he's just going to blink it. Oh, looks like he's not blinking it. Oh, he Alter Timed it. That's why. Oh my god. He Alter Timed back to full HP. He's outplaying me right now. This guy's actually good. I'm going to blink the deep. Temporal Shield. He stole my Temporal Shield. I'm going to breath him into a sheep and try to steal his Icy Veins and Brain Freeze proc. There we go. I'm getting everything from him. So I'm going to blanket him, Pyro, Brain Freeze, guaranteed crit. So I'm going to have to snap here though into a block because he blanket silenced me. Since he Ring of Frost, I have Ice Block Whip, so I'm going to immune that freeze. I'm going to deep him, Pyro him. He's going to probably blink. Oh, he blocked. Okay, great. So since he blocked, I'm going to get the proc off the pet instead. Remember. Okay, out of the block, I'm going to quickly breath him. Oh, he had the glyph too. I didn't even know. I'm Temporal Shielding. Pyroing. He has Temporal Shield too, so I'm gonna try to steal that. I stole it right before Alter Time, and right before he blanketed me. I'm gonna blanket his burst, try to frost shot, get a guaranteed crit, and pyro combust at the same time to get a pyroblast proc, and down he goes. Good duel, very good duel. This guy was actually a very good mage when it comes to dueling. At least he knew to alter time my damage. I was wondering why he wasn't blinking my deep, and it was because he had alter time up. So that was bad on my part for not paying attention. But you know, shit happens. Everyone makes mistakes, and I was actually able to recover. So.
Always the same. I try not to think too much about what it means, because I really don't know.